place in Europe and will require at least 18 months. Washington's move signals a major breakthrough for Kyiv, which has repeatedly called for support. For his part, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described it as a historic decision. Zelensky is set to meet with Biden and other world leaders during the G7 summit this weekend.
As the training unfolds in the coming months, we will work with our allies to determine when planes will be delivered, who will be delivering them, and how many. The President looks forward to the opportunity to be able to sit down face-to-face with President Zelensky. And then in terms of how he's getting here, I'll leave that to the Ukrainians to share.
Meanwhile, Japan's atomic bomb survivors hope for a nuclear-free world as the G7 summit takes place in Hiroshima. Let's watch this.
92-year-old Yoshiko Kajimoto remembers the exact moment an atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima in 1945.
本当に目を押さえて潜った瞬間、地球がなくなったと思いましたね。ものすっごい爆発音でした。で、なんかね、内臓がこう引っ張り出されるような衝撃と、目の前の土地がバーッと真っ白になって吹き上がったんです。
As Prime Minister Fumio Kishida hosts the G7 summit in his hometown, he juggles aspirations for nuclear disarmament with security challenges posed by the likes of China, North Korea, and Russia, all of which neighbor Japan and possess about half of the world's nuclear warheads. After decades of progress in reducing nuclear stockpiles, experts are closely watching the renewed threat triggered by the war in Ukraine. The U.S. has brought more assets capable of launching nuclear strikes to the region over the past year and looking to support its forces deployed in Guam, which include bombers. More shows of force could be on their way.
Certainly, comparing to the past, the situation is tense. But I have to say it's going to be more tense if we are not going to act now.
Professor Akiyama says the key would be to hold conversations with potential adversaries.
Without reducing the risk, probably we have to keep on competing each other for arms races, and I don't think that would be a productive pathway for any country in the world.
The international community may be at a historic crossroads, but for the people of Hiroshima, there's only one true path: a world without nuclear weapons.
今、世界情勢が不安だからといって、その核の抑止力というものをある意味でですね、信頼するというかね、それに頼らざるを得ないという、そういったことに頼らない世界をね、作るために、本当に今何がいるんだろうということをもっと真剣に考えるべき、そんなタイミングだと思うんですね。
このサミットで本当に本気になってこの核廃絶の筋道をつけてほしい。ただ検討しますとか、希望です。
The survivors want the stories to live on.
10年もすれば被爆者がいなくなるだろうと言われる時代になって、私たちに代わって証人になってくれる。だからこの道具だけは100歳超えても200歳になってもとにかく残し続けて。
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Francis Orsho. FIVO says there is no tsunami threat to the Philippines. This is following the magnitude 7.4 earthquake that struck southeast of Loyalty Islands. The tremor had a depth of 45 kilometers. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center had earlier warned about this possibility of tsunami across over 20 locations in the South Pacific. Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. President Marcos Jr. downplays the demotion of former President and now Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo at the House of Representatives. He says it was just part of the quote, reorganization process in Congress. The Agriculture Department is set to implement a 150 pesos per kilo suggested retail price for red onions and 140 pesos SRP for white onions. This is to prevent further spike in the commodities prices. And parts of the country, including Metro Manila, will experience a rainy Saturday due to an intertropical convergence zone and localized thunderstorms. Pag-asa is also monitoring a tropical depression located outside the Philippine area of responsibility. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Francis Orsho. We are One News.